Hello there everybody, my name's Nick Dutch, that's the name I go by on the internet. This is the Nick Dutch Tarot Show. This is a show in which I will be doing tarot readings for you. Okay, all you have to do is send me through an email to my email address, nickdutchtarot, all one word, all lowercase, at gmail.com. Okay, include your first name, include your date of birth and your question. No general readings, no general reading requests, because obviously I want to give some love to everybody out there, okay? And those people who, will just be coming along, will want to get some time. Making the tarot show itself is quite energy intensive, and now I'm doing this with optional 3D. Things are going to take up even more of my time to try and get this sorted out for you guys in every possible way, and getting everything working and edited and all the rest of that. And I'm investing in new technology. I've got some tripods coming down so I can do better shots, better angles. I'm going to get some better lighting, and I'm going to get some better software as well, so I should be able to do some pretty groovy stuff with the passage of time. But let's just try and tackle this one step at a time. Before I get on to the reading requests I've got today, which are right here, okay, I want to just talk. There's a reason, quite a big reason, as to why things are just kicking up a gear for me, and I'm getting, I've got myself this wonderful new camera, and everything is starting to get a bit more alive, awake and aware on all my various different channels. And I've realized it's to do with recognizing my purpose of me being on YouTube, and how I'm supposed to be helping people. On another one of my channels, what I'm doing is helping people to filter through the rubbish, so that they can think more clearly. I came to the conclusion that people themselves are just generally toxic. You've got all your memories, you've got all your experiences, you've got all the things that's happened to you, you've got your worries and concerns of the here and now. I mean, a while ago, I had a massage, and I had this lady doing stuff with all, just using her thumbs, the heel of her hand, working on my back, my shoulders, my neck, and all of my supporting muscles, okay? And there would be these little moments when I realized that there was a connection between my thoughts and my memories and parts of my body. Okay, there was muscular tension I didn't even realize I had. And when the massage hit that bit of muscular tension, bam, something in my mind appeared. A memory, an experience, a bad experience maybe. Maybe it was something to do with my conduct in the old days, or something to do with someone else's conduct towards me, or my concerns about this or that or the other. And it just showed me that there was a physical stress I was just carrying with me, some baggage I was carrying with me, which needed to be released somehow, and I needed to go through that experience or that memory again, or reread it, rewrite it, and clear it up. Now, the experience in question happened to be a long time ago, and if I actually had someone there then at that time to talk to me, and to be there as someone I would never come across in the street and all the rest of that, that would have been a wonderful thing to do. And that's basically the service that I provide. I don't just provide tarot, I provide coaching as well. There are links in the information box down below, so use them, okay? I'm here for you. I'm here in this time in your life, so you won't be carrying any baggage in your life further on into your future. Okay, you don't need that. I don't need that. No one needs that. Okay, and it is about health of body and mind, because the two are interlinked. Your brain is a physical organ, okay, and it's in your body, and it's connected to all the other parts of the body via nerves and all the rest of that, and it gives signals here, there, and everywhere, okay. You have stress in your mind, it's going to come out in stress in your body. I've been reading blogs about parasites recently, and the fact that when you have stress, that can lower your body's ability to cope with just the stresses and strains of life, and that can encourage the growth of, parasitic organisms within your body. So getting the balance right and dealing with stuff in advance can be a good thing. This is one of the things that I provide. I mean, right now in my life, it's a question of all my trains of thinking, all my trains of self-education, which I've been going through over the years, is coming together. This is why I've got myself a good camera. I'm making everything a little bit more shiny and bright and bubbly, and I'm doing much more now, because this is the time when things are just coming together, and I'm understanding stuff, and I've improved my diet, I've been improving my exercise, and all this stuff is just coming into effect, bringing me personally back into alignment. And it's just great to be able to have a conversation with someone who is getting there, or who is there, or has been there and done that and has got through it to the other side, okay? And that's basically where I am right now. It's now a question of, I know this stuff, Now I want to give back, and give back properly. Now, I always knew I wanted to be in this industry, but it's a question of, you know, it's almost like the world itself, or the universe itself, or life itself is putting me through all kinds of stuff to bring me to the point whereby I can do this stuff well, and to actually provide real help for people. Okay, that's the big difference. I'm in the position of being able to do things well for you guys. Alright, that's just a bit of talking. Remember, I've got my links down below. Don't forget the email address, nickdutchtarot, nickdutchtarot @gmail.com. Okay, and then I will be able to read through it, take notes of it, get on and do the reading. Now, the very first inquiry we've got today is from Tony. Now, Tony's a great guy, musician. And he's a saxophone player. Right now work is slow, he wants to make sure that things are going to start to pick up. Let's have a quick look and see, okay? I'm still using the Book of Thoth Tarot, which is my main tool when I'm doing my various different forms of readings. Here we go, chronological spread coming right up for you, Tony. Here we go. Right. I would pick up the camera and show you the cards, but I don't really have that set up now. When I've got my tripods, may even get myself another camera, then maybe I'll be able to do that. But at the moment, it's one step at a time, okay? Okay, these are the 4 cards which have come out in your chronological spread, Tony, okay? We've got a bit of a mix of energy here. I'm not going to promise you a smooth ride, because that would be unethical, because that's not what the reading is talking about. It's not smooth, it's not easy, but it is coming out that things are going to start to slowly and surely work out better for yourself. The final result, the very final card, portrays you as the Knight of Discs. Yes, it is reversed. You may be still a bit remorseful. You've had to struggle quite so hard to get somewhere. But the Knight of Discs is someone who is on a quest. It's also an energy of stability and strength. It's an earth energy, so essentially that means you gaining over the course of the next 3 months at the outside the ability to maintain your material levels and to do quite well for yourself long term. Rather like me, you've been going through a path of learning anyway, you're not aware of it, but it's been there for you, okay? And so the progression is quite good. Now the here and now is covered by these first 2 signs here according to what I'm feeling here, the kind of inspiration I'm getting. Alright, you've got the Eon, or the spiritual connection, but you've also got the 3 of Swords, which is sadness, alright? You played a saxophone, you probably put a lot of emotion into your work itself. And the reading is essentially talking about using the emotion. Sometimes you want to cover it up, and you just want to portray what people want to hear when you're like creating something new. That's understandable, but is that necessarily a good thing for you? I see you more as a composer and composing something, creating something, which is going to draw people out of sorrow as well as to help them to understand through introspection the very thoughts and feelings that they're going through. You are... I want to use that bland term, okay? You are a healer, okay? I really want to use that bland term right now. But you're using your... I want to give it to you in a different way, okay? You will be using your music to provide people with a benefit in a very deep emotional and psychological level, which is going to help them in their lives, even though you don't know it yet. You're on a particular path, a particular trajectory, and the negativities you're going through, rather like in my life, okay, is leading you to a new place where you will be in a comparatively short-term future. 3 months' time, much happier. 9 months' time, even happier. 12 months' time, you'll be sending me a mail back telling me how great things are. I'm pretty sure of that. So, work will pick up, and I don't think you need to be too concerned. I think you need to be happy. I think you need to be enthusiastic, okay? Put those cards to the bottom of the deck, and we'll make the next reading straight from the top here for Carolyn. Right. Carolyn's connected with someone who, you know, it's been quite interesting. There's been a bit of a break, and now it's a question of trying to get things back on track again with this one particular connection. There's been awareness of this individual for a while, and her main question is, will they start dating, and is he a good match? Alright, let's have a quick look and see what's coming through for you. Bear with me a second, please. 8-card relationship reading coming right up for you. Here we go. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. That's the first 5 cards down. Okay, it's an 8-card relationship reading. You know, you get to understand these things when you're regular on the phone with me, okay? Because this is one of my key spreads, one of my key methods, and can be used for all kinds of social interaction situations, okay? There's only a few different spreads you actually need to know if you're going to learn tarot. There's only a few you actually need to know. This is one of them by my estimation, okay? Forces between the two of you right now. We've got the amazing Six of Coins talking about success, but I feel that's a potential success. That's like a prophecy or prophesizing of the potential for success associated with your connection with him moving into the future, okay? Now on his side of things, now we had some material signs coming out in the previous reading, the previous spread, okay? We got them coming out here. It's not quite as optimistic, it's not quite as positive, because I feel that's a sense of distraction. Distraction towards the material, because he's had a few stresses and strains in his life, okay? And possibly away from something which is better. I also feel that sometimes he can get a bit bitter and a bit defensive, and that kind of like holds him back or holds him away from where he should be to make things work. So you're not dealing with a person, you're dealing with a psychology. And because you're dealing with a psychology, you've got to allow that psychology to heal and to grow with you. And that's why on your side of the reading, okay, we've got the Princess of Cups and we've got the Two of Swords. Both very strong signs of empathy, but also placing you personally in the position of authority here. You are using a gentle, very pastel colour type aura or energy associated with what it means to be associated with this one particular individual. And that's good. The Two of Swords there, that's peace after some kind of interaction, if you get my drift. Okay, after interaction. How are you going to get that interaction in place? Well, you've got to put some effort in, okay? You've got to put some effort in to try and help him to bring himself out of this. And being sensitive as well at the same time, therefore it's going to be difficult. But if there is the potential for success there, that means the growth can come into place. Now, short-term, mid-term, long-term, there we go. Here we go, satellite radio, boom, boom, pow, and all that jazz. Well, that's not jazz actually, is it? But never mind. Okay, you got the Prince of Discs for your short-term future. You got the the Princess of Discs coming out next. So all very much to do with Earth energy. So initially, in the short and medium-term future, his negativity will be leading the relationship. Okay, that's going to be difficult. So that's promising you've got a bad headwind to go through, but also you've got a male and a female court card together, which often talks about the building of the unity, followed by some very powerful spiritual signs of connectivity coming out very strongly there in the universe card, which is a sense of massive growth of knowledge. Not necessarily through an easy process, but a massive growth of knowledge to get you to the point whereby you will actually be happy. Okay, so you've got to learn about him, he's got to learn about you, you've got to go through some stresses and strains, but there is some potential there. Okay, so I like what I'm seeing there, no problem at all, no problem at all. Now the next reading we got here is for Vessie, who's saying, will mate, who's my partner or my boyfriend, come back, and what are his feelings? So again, it's another 8-card relationship reading style methodology here coming through under these circumstances, but it's going to be good, here we go. Deciding to shuffle this time, so moving from one particular type of relationship question to another type of relationship question. So we're going to try and use a different methodology to try and bring everything together, okay? Right, forces between the two of you, control games going on. Control games going on, not necessarily feeling too happy. A bit of a sense of the martial, a bit of a sense of the conflict rather than interaction, it's conflict. So you're dealing with someone who's basically put up a wall because they've got some very highly dogmatic beliefs about something and they need to relax. Okay, the energy on their side of things coming out very strongly with the Hierophant card. Okay, I'll just quickly show you. Boom, there you go, coming out nice and strongly in 3D for those of you who are wearing your 3D glasses today. Okay, remember to use that little button in the shape of a cogwheel in the bottom right hand corner of your YouTube player to change your 3D settings. Okay, boom, there you go. Alright, now he personally is under a state of oppression or oppressive thinking which has held him back in the relationship between you and him, and it wasn't your fault, it was his fault because he hasn't actually put in any real efforts to overcome his problems. Therefore that's why you got a feeling of friction at the moment. Your energy here is frustrated with it, which is understandable, which is what essentially, there you go, the Knight of Wands is talking about. But also you want to have a peaceful situation with him. You're aware, I believe, that there is a conflict which has to come first. It's not interaction, it's not just communication, it's a question of, it's almost like you're going to have a little bit of a verbal issue with him prior to things working out well. But I believe he's got feelings there, and this is coming out big time in the medium term future with a sense of there being great potential further on down the line. Okay, the Art card deals with blending your positives and his positives together within 2 to 3 months' time at the very outside. So essentially, as well as the conflict, you've also got a time of getting on an agreement, which is fantastic. followed by, you know, your Six of Cups there, and you got your Ten of Coins or Ten of Discs there, talking about building up to a sense of realizing there is real wealth and benefits and power and positivity associated with this one particular connection which you're going to enjoy. So he does have feelings, but he's got a wall up at the moment, alright? And there is some potential real growth which can happen there, which I really rather like. Okay, next reading is for Chulevskis. Okay. Will the ex come back, or is there someone else coming in? Simple, straightforward question. Chronological spread this time as we're talking about changes in the future. Okay, changes in the future of your life. Therefore, chronological spread will be the best methodology, and that's just a straight line of cards, depending upon, you know, the number varies depending upon what's really going to, you know, go on, happen, time frame, and so on and so forth. And of course the complexity of the information that the inquirer actually wants. So you asking me a question in a certain way will change the number of cards that I use. Okay, you using words towards me changes what I do here. Very important to learn, okay? Alright. Medium to longer term signs on this are looking quite curious because we've got some tremendous signs of love there. Now, the Ace of Cups, I love the Ace of Cups. Okay, you may have seen some pictures on the internet of me just holding up the Ace of Cups. Why? Because I love it so much, okay? One of my favourite cards, talking about a singularity and a focus of loving energy. We've also got the Two of Cups coming on, talking about the singularity, soulmate connection, moving on to a sense of two people together, kind of like intertwined kind of situation, looking very good and very wholesome. On the run up to that, a question of finding your satisfaction, finding out what you're satisfied with and learning to grow within that so that you're happy and you're healthy and you're stable and you're secure. And that's also coming out there with earth signs and a sense of happiness and joy and a feeling of completion. Or is it closure? Is it closure? Okay, think about it. Is it closure which has to come first? Prior to the next level of understanding, next level of direction associated with your connection with this one particular individual. Man, like what happened? I'll tell you what happened, okay? I'll tell you what happened, I'll tell you the full story. Something has happened, it's amazing, it's weird, it's wonderful. My memory card said, my God, you know, I've eaten too much. 3.5 gigabytes worth of data, I'm small, I'm not designed for this. Oh my word, 3D HD stuff, I can't cope with it anymore, and I'm going to stop right now. And then my battery said, it's been a lot of hard work, I am drained, like completely drained, I can't do this anymore. So I thought, okay, fine. So the hard drive speaks to my little memory card and says, it's alright, I'll take the load. Okay, the hard drive takes the load from the memory card. Fine, wonderful. Take the little battery, carry it, you know, wrapped in cotton wool, over to the charger, give it some love. And then I return back here afterwards, spend a bit of time taking some live calls, because I do this work live, okay? Links down below, as is usual, alright? Whereby you can find the contacts for me. And then, hey presto, bam, everything's working out according to plan. Because I am back again, and we're going to do the last reading of the tarot show. We're going to do a bit more talking, fill you in on a few more like little details here and there, and then we'll just see basically what's going to, you know, what's going to happen, what's going to transpire, and so on and so forth. And then, you know, after all that's done, I can then go through the lengthy piece of work of converting, editing, all the rest of that, because I've got like more converting, editing, rendering to do, converting, editing, rendering, converting, editing, rendering, to try and get this like 3D and HD into something which I can actually upload as the free product, which you can watch anytime you want here on YouTube. Alright, here we go, here we go. We got Pewter Part 30. Okay, Pewter Part 30 is someone who's got problems with the ex and wants to know whether they will be resolved. So give the cards a thorough shuffle, see what kind of new energy is coming through. Every single time I do a different reading, I can either take it straight from the top, take the cards from the reading, put them underneath, and then go on to the next reading on top, or I can shuffle for each and every single spread. Okay, different methodologies for different questions. That's the way it works sometimes, it's the way it doesn't work other times. It's almost like deep down inside your subconscious mind, you know roughly where all the cards are. Okay, it's like an ideomotor effect experience, and sometimes, you know, you find yourself spontaneously going, no, I just want to stop there, I want to stop right there, at that point there, and use these cards here to do the reading. That's the way it can be for me sometimes. Okay, I do this for a job. I do it every single day. 8-card relationship reading coming right up. Reading focused on the ex. Forces between the two of you looking quite interesting with this one. Okay, we got the 6 of Swords. Labeled as Science. We've had this card coming out lots of times during the previous batch. Okay, the previous season of the tarot show, and it speaks of planning and preparing for something bigger and better. This time of problems is not a time of problems. Okay, this time of problems is a time of learning, reflection, contemplation, understanding, communication, and dealing with issues of perception and also healing pains from the past. The 6 of Swords I often see as being planning and preparing for a longer term, beneficial, positive future which you're going to enjoy. It is beautiful, it is healing, it is complex and painful sometimes, but it's part of a healing process. It's like when you're cleaning up a frying pan, okay? You know where all the grease is, you know where all the grime is, you know where all the carbon build-up is. Those are the bits you focus on, and when you're focusing on those bits you're cleaning up, you think to yourself, oh my God, this is disgusting. If you were to look at the entire pan or whatever it is you're cleaning, you'd think, well, it's not too bad. Okay, there's a few bad bits there, a few good bits here, you know, but, you know, I can live with it. Okay, I want to get rid of that stuff, but, you know, I can live with it. And at the moment you're focusing on the negative. That's the way I'm seeing it. Okay, signs on your side of the reading. Tolerant, stable, affectionate. Signs on their side of the reading. Full of strife and struggle, having had a number of different forms of negative experiences in the past which are weighing heavily on their mind right now, causing problems. We have the 5 of Staves, which is talking about strife and struggle, but also sometimes either healing or a need for healing. Okay, healing of mind, healing of attitudes, healing of wisdom in general, to bring about some good stuff between the two of you. So this is explaining why you are in the here and now, what it is about the here and now that needs to change to a certain degree, on your perceptual side of things, on their attitude side of things, and to come to a better conclusion. Okay, so you need to focus away from the negatives, focus more on the positives of this individual, despite the fact you've got strife and struggle going on. They're someone who's suffering, they're in fear and they're in pain, they haven't been looking after themselves, probably haven't looked after their diet, nutrition, exercise and sleep, okay? Out of alignment, alright, not really working positively with the way in which things should be. Moving further forward into the future, short term, mid term, long term, quite optimistic, okay? The whole progression, I'll show it to you here so you can see it, alright? These are the cards we got, these are the symbols, which is explaining how the process will go in the future as you go through the process of sorting things out. Short term, removing bitterness, okay? Developing a level of satisfaction, finding out what you can be satisfied about, bringing the warmth in. This will lead to a sense of connection, feeling connected, enjoying the connection, building things up. Okay? And finally, the 5 of Swords, which is often a negative card, means that yes, you'll still have the bad memories of this difficult time. But the bad memories of this difficult time will pass into obscurity. That's what I believe. Okay? Now we humans, right, we like to live in the past. It's easier for us somehow. And when you're in the future, I just like to encourage you to not live in the past then. Okay? That's what I would say. It's painful now, it won't be then. So enjoy the positivity and the progression that you're going to experience as things carry on developing for you in a very positive way. Okay? Alright, now that's all of the readings over for today's tarot show. The first full tarot show to be done in glorious HD and 3D. Okay, at least I think it is. Yes, I think it is, truly. And remember, I am here for you. nickdutchtarot at gmail.com. That's nickdutchtarot at gmail.com is where you send your reading requests to. No requests for a general spread, okay? Because there's so many people out there who need my love as well. Okay, I can't just do like an entire half an hour show just for one person. I've got to do a little here, do a little there, try and help people. This is the free service I'm giving. I'm taking up a lot of my time, a lot of my energy, a lot of my processing power, a lot of my resources to make sure I can deliver this service to you, free. Okay? And I do tarot for a living. For me to give you this service free, that means a lot. Okay? So no more of these like, can you give me a general reading please? No. Okay? If you want a reading, give me your first name in the email, your date of birth, and your question. No question, no reading. Okay? That's the way it's got to be, unfortunately, but that's the way things are. And I am here for you for live, one-on-one, that moment in your day when you can make it less likely that in the future you're going to have stress in your muscles or like posture issues, okay? Because you're carrying the strain of the past with you. Talk about it. Heal with it. Okay? We all need to do it once in a while. And this would be a good time for you to start getting into a routine of maybe, if it's not me, I don't care. Okay? If it's not me, I don't care. You've got to think about your own benefits. Okay? Yes, I do this professionally. I believe I'm good. I believe I've gone through all the negativity that I've been through to enable me to become better and better and better at doing this. And to empathize with you when you're suffering from your problems in the workplace or within your relationship or whatever. Okay? I believe that that's what it's been all about for me. Whether that was done deliberately by, you know, whatever, I don't know. Nor do I care. I care about the fact that I'm here, I'm now, and this is what I'm doing. And I pride myself in really caring for the people that I'm working for. When you call me up, I'm working for you. Okay? You are employing me. Right? It's the way it works. Links down below. Go to Oxford Therapeutic Coaching if you just want to be able to talk about general issues. Go to nickdutch.co.uk. That's nickdutch, okay, .co.uk for your readings. And this could be an important part of your self-healing, self-development, whatever you want to call it. Okay, just like do it. It's good for you. Okay. Links down below. And this is Nick Dutch out for now. See you next time.